And this kind of activates some part of your brain where all the things are that cause trauma. Do not feel sorry for yourself, because playing the victim will bring you nowhere.
There's nothing in your way. There's nothing in your way. The whole damn world is yours.
Hey guys, my name is Tom and welcome back to a new video. Today I am going to film probably one of the most personal videos that I've filmed in my whole uploading period on YouTube. Today I'm going to do my makeup and I'm gonna talk at the same time. Hello Bailey Syrian. Listen guys, I was so inspired by Bailey Syrian. For a while now I've been doing YouTube, and I think the video that I'm most proud of was my coming out video, where I talked about me coming out as a gay person. And with that particular video I got so many messages from young kids, just regular persons, whatever, older persons, that were I don't know, just felt my video very comforting and felt that they're not alone. And these kind of videos mean so much more to me than me just explaining makeup. Sorry, I already have one eyebrow on, but I just wanted to say hi to the maybe new people that are here. My name is Tom, and obviously I am a gay person. I came out when I was, I think, 17. What else do you need to know? I am married, happily married now. I have a wonderful relationship with my parents. I have no issues in my life. Like compared to, let's say, 6 years ago, I am totally fine in my head, in my noggin. Hi Bailey. So that's probably what you should know. Also, my parents are divorced. One side of my parents, so my stepmother and my real father, they are real artistic people. And my mother is more of a, I don't know, just like a regular housewife. Also, she's remarried. I have 2 brothers, I have 1 sister, and that's it. That's all you kind of need to know for now. So let's just proceed. And I've actually been watching Bailey Syrian, her videos. If you don't know her, she's a YouTuber. She's got 5 million subscribers. Wow. And she's just simply amazing. What I didn't know is that I've been following her for a while on Instagram. And she does videos where she does her makeup, because she is a makeup artist, and she talks at the same time. And I'm like rephrasing her or quoting her. And I thought it was a really great idea, because I feel like my life is so much more than just makeup, like I said already 1,000 times before. And just the idea of just applying makeup and talking about different topics. I'm not going to talk about murder mysteries and makeup Mondays like Bailey Syrian does. Of course not, that's not my thing. And I've been following her on Instagram for a while, and I didn't know. And I only discovered that I was following her because of her amazing makeup artistry, because I wanted to send her a message on Instagram, and I said, oh, I already follow her. And then, because I discovered her YouTube channel later than I discovered her on Instagram. And then I said like, hey, thank you, girl, for the amazing content that you make on YouTube. And she texted me, like she DM'd me back, and I was shocked, because I've been hanging on my screen on my cell phone, even on vacation, just seeing a lot of her, just watching a lot of her videos, and I enjoy it very much. It just keeps my mind off of things, and I love a good horror story. And she responded that she was following me for a while already, and I was like, oh, I was suddenly like a whole totally fangirling. She said she's been following me for a while, and I went to her channel and looked it up, and yes, she was like following me. I was so shocked. But anyway, she said she liked my makeup artistry and it's very inspiring, which I see as a very big compliment. So thank you, Bailey. Oh my God, I just love her. But anyway, this is the whole thing why I want to do this video, because I wanted to do this video for a long time. And like I said, I'm just going to start. But before I actually start, I want to also put a disclaimer like Bailey Syrian does. Although I am going to talk about therapy and maybe medication, I'm not a doctor or a psychiatrist or whatsoever, and if you ever try these things, just go see a doctor first and don't take anything I say for 100% truth. I'm only speaking out of my own experiences, and I think the things I'm going to talk about are very personal, so definitely go see a doctor or a psychologist if you have similar problems like I had, and so they can, describe you the right medication or therapy. Now, with this all said, let's just begin. I'm going to try to leave all the products that I used in the description box below. If you ever wonder what I used, you can check it out there. How do you do this? Like really talking and just doing makeup at the same time? So today I'm going to talk about EMDR, and you probably ask, what the fuck is EMDR? EMDR is eye movement desensitization and reprocessing. EMDR is a form of psychotherapy developed by Francine Shapiro starting in 1988, in which the person being treated is asked to recall distressing images. The therapist then directs the patient in one type of bilateral stimulation, such as side-by-side eye rapid movement or hand tapping. According to the 2013 World Health Organization practice guidelines, this therapy, EMDR, is based on the idea that negative thoughts, feelings, and behaviors are the result of unprocessed memories. So true. The treatment involves standardized procedures that include focusing simultaneously on a spontaneous association of traumatic images, thoughts, emotions, and bodily sensation, and bilateral stimulation that is most commonly in the form of repeated eye movement. Thank you, Wikipedia. So I'm going to talk about very personal stuff. It can happen that if I have to use certain names of relatives or things like that, that I'm probably going to change their names just to keep their privacy safe, because I have been through some traumatic experiences, bad enough to, probably hurt some people by just recalling the events. But I'm just going to start by how I actually came on the idea. I don't know where or who probably suggested that I should do this therapy, but somebody gave me, I think it was one of my other therapists. I have a lot of holistic doctors that I go to, so they use alternative medications, alternative procedures to just help you in general. And I just try to stay off of like the chemicals side of the medication as far as possible if it's not necessary. So acupuncture, for example, and things like that. And it was probably one of those doctors that said to me, maybe you should try that. And so now I am married for already 3 years, but I am in this relationship for, I think, oh my god, it's gonna be 6 years, 6. Already 6 years? That's crazy. No, 5. In the beginning of my relationship, I had a huge problem. The thing is, I was really jealous. No, not jealous. I was insanely jealous. And I don't know if it really was jealous, but it was more, I think I can describe it more as very insecure. I had PTSD, actually. That's post-traumatic stress. I think I'm saying it right. This came to fruition when I was feeling insecure, which was basically all of the time, because I was and still am very in love with my partner. But because I was so in love, and I think I only was in love like for real 2 times in my life, and that was with my first real relationship, so my first boyfriend, and now. And a lot of things happened in my first relationship, a lot of cheating, a lot of lying, a lot of, all of that nice things, because I never fell in love after that, like really in love. I was most of the times okay when I was like dating for... I had a relationship in between this one now and the one when I was 20 until I was 26. But I was not really in love, if that makes sense. But because I was feeling these intense feelings towards this person, oh my God, I'm so mumbling. I hope this makes sense, but I need to tell you the backstory, otherwise you won't understand. These feelings just brought me back to where I was when I ended my first relationship, which was very traumatic. And it made me very insecure because I never thought I was going to be able to be in love that much again ever in my life, because your first true love is like, it's so new that you cannot compare with like your first love, right? Until I met my husband. And this just because I had like the same amount of feelings for this person, it brought me back to all the negative vibes from my first relationship. Sadly enough. And I was just like, no, I'm just gonna spit it out. I was checking on him like crazy. Like I was reading his cell phone, I was reading his like everything that I could find on his computer. I was just, because I was feeling so insecure, I just did not trust him. Not him in the end, but like love anymore. So I had like and it was so bad that when I was checking, just, I don't know, just like, did he get some messages from people lately or whatever? Is he cheating on me? I was just bound to find something to prove to myself that this person, this person that I met, that he was the same. And when I was snooping around, snoopings, I was shaking. Like I was really like trembling because I was having PTSD, like anxiety, like really true anxiety. It just sounds like, oh my God, you are so spoiled. If I'm gonna tell you the whole story, if you're gonna hear the whole story, it's gonna make sense, I promise. Basically, I just came out again. No, I just, like I said, this has to stop. This is not healthy. If I'm going to keep on living like this, I'm going to live a living hell, and my partner is also going to be in a living hell. And I did not want this relationship to end because of stupidity like that. So I decided to confess everything to my now husband. And I said I was very ashamed because of what I did, because everybody deserves privacy, and that I was going to look for therapy. By then I heard about this EMDR therapy. Fast forward to the therapy itself. The first session, you just talk about who you are, what you think your problem is. And you just, I don't know, just try to explain why you are there. And then it is only until the second appointment that she actually starts to do the actual therapy. You can kind of compare it with hypnosis, but it's not really hypnosis. She explains everything, that she's going to do like this with her finger, or she can like tap on your knee, of her knee, just to give like simultaneous movement, and this kind of activates some part of your brain where all the things are that cause trauma, things that happened in the past. I'm not a doctor, I'm not explaining it right, but you get the basic, idea. Also, I remember the first time that I met her, my therapist, she asks, what do you wish for yourself? And do you wish good things for yourself? And I was like so fast to say like yeah, of course, but I obviously didn't sound very convincing. I don't know, she just like started to ask things about me, and I was like, it's not my fault that I actually have this PTSD. I don't know, I didn't make anything out of it at that time, but after, when we started to do the therapy session, she immediately started to go back to my childhood, actually. The thing is, I never thought that I was a person that could tuck away memories or hide memories. You know, sometimes you hear when they go through some traumatic things, it can be really small things, or it can be more like bigger, more dramatic events. But I never thought that I could just hide away some stuff that happened just in the back of your memory because they're too traumatic. When we were talking, she just asked the right questions that actually take you back to where she wants you to have, actually. And for me, it started at school. She said, like, can you go back to school? Can you talk a little bit about school? So basically, what came out of the therapy is that I was obviously very insecure, for starters. And I got bullied a lot in school. And if I'm saying bullied, I really mean like bullied. I was being calling names all the time. I knew I had one time, and I kid you not, I was in school, and I had a nephew that was also going to school in the same school, and he was also bullying me. So maybe he was like the one that kind of pushed everyone's buttons to just come along and bully with him and just bully me. I don't know. And at one point, and I kid you not, luckily this only happened once, I was standing on the playground, and the whole freaking school was just on one side with my nephew in the center, or like somewhere in the center. And everybody was calling me names. I was a sissy, I was this, I was that. And I actually, in the therapy, I started to kind of tremble, shaking a little bit, but not too heavily, but just similar to the trembling I had when I was looking up things from my husband, like when I was looking for dirt. So, okay, that happened. And when you have this kind of, in this therapy, when you have this anxiety feelings, when you have like traumatic experiences, she can always like bring you back. So it's like you're hypnotized, but you are very aware of what's happening, what you're saying. You just say things, or you talk about things that you forgot, that you think you forgot, that you didn't think about, or just wanted to forget. And she can immediately like bring you back and say, hey, let's go to your safe space. You have to, like, before you start the whole therapy, you just you need to decide, like, what is your safe space. For me, it was my dogs, and I was thinking about, I'm laying in the couch with my dogs and I'm feeling good, and that was like my safe space, my safe spot. Let me just try to apply this first. Am I going to make a mess? What am I doing? So anyway, like every session, I would go through a similar experience. And so this one was not so bad, actually, the one with the playground and stuff like that. But I was seeing my nephew very often. He would come by and visit my parents' house a lot, and he was bullying me constantly. Like I think like we really did not like each other. We were constantly chasing each other with knives. Like it was really like really fucked up actually. Oh my god. And the thing is, you have to know, I was a child that was like always watching little Disney movies, and I was singing all the time. I was doing ballet. I was like I was like a sissy boy. It's nothing wrong with that actually. It's okay to be a sissy boy. But I was not the aggressive person, and obviously this aggression towards me came totally from him. I know now. I just responded also very aggressive to his behavior because I kind of needed to defend myself, right? It did not stop with this little this bullying. Actually, did not stop. Oh my god, it's so difficult to talk about without like hurting some people's feelings. I'm really struggling with telling the whole story because if I tell who did what to me, and if I'm going to describe it with every person, I will not be able to tell everything. So I will just tell what happened. Let's just go from there. I was burned as a child. So somebody took his cigarette and put it out on my arm. Somebody tried to drive over me with the car. Somebody tried to have sex with me without my consent. Personal belongings of mine that were destroyed in front of my eyes when I was a little child. Just the basic feeling that I had is that I was not worth it. I was treated at times, not always. It's not like I had a really rough childhood. It may sound like it, but at times I did. I just had a really, really hard time accepting myself, seeing myself as somebody who's worth it. Also, I ran away when I was 17 from home, 17 or 18. Anyway, I ran away. I quit school. I left my hometown to just go and live in a total different city, far away from my whole family and everyone. And it's not because you run away from your problems that your problems actually go away, because you take your vibe, your energy, you just take it with you. If you don't think you deserve good things because you are used to having people around you just giving you a hard time, bullying you and all that good stuff, you just don't recognize when you meet certain people, you don't recognize that they are bad people that you are actually attracting. You are so used to being bullied that you don't recognize the bad people. When you have enough respect for yourself, and if you think you're worth it, you wouldn't allow people to do certain things to you. And when I had my first relationship, or when I moved to this different city, of course I was still insecure, and maybe even more because I left my whole family and things like that, because I felt misunderstood. And then I met my first boyfriend. Let's just say he was very dominant, he was a liar, he was a cheater. I was with him for almost 7 years. If you're having respect for yourself, you would not allow the things that were happening. I wouldn't allow all these bad things. You would kind of recognize this is not good for me, I'm going to leave. But because I was used to not being treated I probably would deserve, I just thought this is normal. This is how I'm used to living. I've been bullied for so long and this and that. I was just used to that vibe. And it took me a long time, too long, 7 years, before I left. When you do this therapy, you see yourself as a younger person going through all of these shitty situations. But knowing now as an adult man, you just look to yourself as a child, you look to these situations, and you think totally different about it. You think oh my God, this is not right. I did nothing wrong to be treated like that. depending on how strong you are or how strong your personality is, you think differently about things as a child. And of course, when I'm older, I'm more stable, or I feel more secure and this and that. You just, I don't know, you just like think differently when you see those situations, or when you go through that situations again, like when you go through that trauma again. This makes you like see where the real problem is. And the thing that I learned out of this therapy is to really say and really mean it, that I deserve the best. Everyone deserves the best. But you really have to like believe it and really wish it to yourself. So after this therapy, this totally changed me, because this whole insecurity thing was just holding me back in my life, just in general, because when you feel insecure in relationships, you also feel insecure about your work. It's not because you're insecure in school that you're going to be totally not insecure at home. Like this feeling just overwhelms you. It's all around you, and it's not going away. It's going everywhere where you go, because it's actually, it is your energy that you're taking with you. So what I learned the most is just to put myself on a little stage, like let yourself stand in the spotlights, believe in yourself. It's so like, I know it's very cliche, but it is something that a lot of people struggle with. I know for sure, because I talked about this to a lot of people, and it's something like insecurities and confidence is something that we at one point in our life will run into and have to work on it. Some people are not able to work on this and will struggle for the rest of their lives, and some people just go in therapy. In the whole therapy, I did not talk about my relationship like at all, because nothing about the problems that I was having was because of my relationship, because my husband is like a really trustworthy, good person. He's very smart, he's kind, he has a lot of respect for me, and obviously this is mutual. It's just my energy changed. Like, I deserve good things. I don't need to look for bad things. I was really also thinking like, I am really worth it. Like, be proud of what I accomplish. What is also a very important lesson, I think, is when something happens to you, do not, and I repeat, do not victimize yourself. Like, don't think like, oh my God, and why did that happen to me, and it's the worst, and no. If you're having problems, or if you're watching and you're having similar things, and do not ever feel sorry for yourself, because feeling sorry for yourself will bring you nowhere. Try to help yourself. Try to find a therapy. Who puts a really light eyeshadow next to a black eyeshadow? Like, if you ever design an eyeshadow palette, never do that, because the black always gets in the light colors, and it's just messed up. After this therapy, I also remember that whenever some things or some bad things were happening, that I always said like, all right, what are you going to do now? Are you going to say like, oh, you little poor thing? Or are you just going to hold your chin up? You're going to find a solution for whatever problems you are going through, and do not feel sorry for yourself, because playing the victim will bring you nowhere. If you're having like these similar feelings, I highly recommend EMDR. You can probably look it up, see whatever psychologist is like doing that kind of therapy. And this really helped me, and I'm pretty sure it can help a lot of different people too. I'm not saying this will help for everyone, but for me it did like a really great job. I also remember when I was working on my my makeup book, I remember that I wanted to put a model on the cover. People said like, it's your book, why don't you put yourself on the cover? Actually, it made sense. Like, said, yeah, of course I need to put myself in my book. And it was like a huge step for me to like step in the spotlights. Step in the spotlights and like just like put myself also on the cover of of my makeup book, and I did like this. It's half of me, all right, but it is a half. It is something. All of this was just like me accepting myself, embracing myself, and just being proud of who I am and what I do. And it's baby steps, but in like every step forward is a step forward, right? I'm going to finish my eye and then do the other eye off of camera, and I'll be back. All right, my eyes are done. So basically what I want to say is that I think especially in these times, it's really important, and I've dismissed mental health as a big blown up out of proportion thing. The more I think about it, the more I realize it's really important. It's very easily to just go the easy path and just be mad at the whole world. I could have easily picked a fight and tried to prove that I was right, a whole mess out of this beginning relationship I had. I didn't. I just chose the difficult way just to work on myself and to try and figure out what was wrong, because normally you do not react like the way I did, or especially with all the physical things that were going on. I was just like trembling, like I said before. Just by simple going and seeking some help, a lot of things just came to light that I forgot. And I think it's really important to work on this, because I truly believe if you don't, you can easily, if you decide to just not work on yourself and just live your life without seeking help, eventually you will find out the hard way that you were wrong. Because I also believe that if you do not help yourself, because you are actually the only one that can help yourself, you're the only one, and like nobody can force you to seek treatments, go in therapy, and just basically just work on yourself. Nobody can like force you, and if you don't, you will get sick. I truly believe that the mental state and the body are one. A lot of people end up with depression and are seeking help from doctors that describe anti-depression. You can develop physical complaints or physical, I don't know, sickness, I suppose, by just feeling depressed. And if you don't seek help, it can really cause a bigger problems. I'm talking about cancer. I'm talking about other illnesses that eventually perhaps may kill you. I know this sounds very dramatic, but if you do not work on yourself and things just stick in your head and you develop depression and whatnot, this can lead to more bigger problems. So do not ignore. Is it making sense what I'm saying? I don't know. This is like probably a very strange and long video, but for those who made it so far in this video, congrats. It's almost 2 at night, and I wanted to film this video for such a long time, and it's a real struggle. It's like a topic, it's too personal. I have the feeling I cannot tell everything because I'm afraid to hurt certain people in my family, because right now we are actually, I am at a very good place with almost everyone in my family, and I do not want this to be fucked up because I'm filming a video for YouTube. This was a really big step in my personal development, if I can say it like that or put it like that. I cannot leave certain things out, or I cannot tell the story without telling you the whole thing, or why, or what came out of the therapy. So I think this that's why I find it so difficult to tell all, but okay, I kind of tried. Anyway, I will finish my makeup look and I will just be with you guys for my final thoughts and just to show you guys the whole look. All right, this is the final look. I just added some swatches from 2 lipsticks. A lot more colorful than my mind was in this video. If anyone has something to say about this topic, just leave it in the comments below. I love to read your comments, see if you guys like that I talked about a more serious topic. I kind of told a lot of personal things. So anyway, that was it for today. Thank you for watching. If you made it till the end, just give it a thumbs up if you liked the video. Also subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos of me doing makeup and talking about whatever topic. And also press the notification bell if you want to get notified. But of course, that's totally up to you. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one. Bye.
There's nothing in your way. There's nothing in your way. The whole